Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Puskar, and thank you for taking our sugar challenge. So it's a quiz, so let's get right into it. If you have access to a pen and the paper, that would be great. If not, at least follow along by tallying up the quiz questions on your fingers. What we're going to be taking a look at is a true and false question. So what I want you to keep track of is how many falses you have for the questions we're about to go through. So let's get into it now. So question number 1. I do not eat refined sugar every day. True or false? I do not eat refined sugar every day. If you do eat it every day, then that's false. So I'll give you a score of 1 false for question number 1. Number 2. I can go for more than a day without eating some type of sugar-containing food. True or false? Again, I can go for more than a day without eating some type of sugar-containing food. Okay. 3. I never have cravings for sugar, coffee, chocolate, peanut butter, or alcohol. So true or false there. Again, I never have cravings for sugar, coffee, chocolate, peanut butter, or alcohol. Okay, next. I never have hidden candy or other sweets around my home in order to find them and eat them later. So again, question number 4. I've never have hidden candy or other sweets around my home in order to find them and eat them later. True or false? 5. I can stop after eating 1 piece of candy or 1 bite of pastry. True or false? Again, I can stop after eating 1 piece of candy or 1 bite of pastry. Okay, number 6. There are times when I have no sugar of any kind in my home. Again, there are times when I have no sugar of any kind in my home. True or false? 7. I can go for 3 months. Yeah, good. 7. I can go for 3 or more hours without eating and not experience the shakes, fatigue, perspiration, irritability, depression, or anxiety. So again, I can go for 3 or more hours without eating and not experience the shakes, fatigue, perspiration, irritability, depression, or anxiety. True or false? 8. I can have candy and other sweets in my home and not eat them. True or false? Again, I can have candy and other sweets in my home and not eat them. 9. I do not eat something sweet after each meal. So again, I do not eat something sweet after each meal. Next, I rarely drink coffee and eat donuts or sweet rolls for breakfast. So I rarely drink coffee and eat donuts or sweet rolls for breakfast. True or false? Good. Next question. I can go for more than an hour after waking up in the morning without eating. True or false? Again, I can go for more than an hour after waking up in the morning without eating. Good. Last question. I can go from one day to the next without drinking a sweetened soft drink. Now, this doesn't matter if it's naturally or artificially sweetened. It's just a sweetened soft drink. So again, true or false, I can go from one day to the next without drinking a sweetened soft drink. Okay. Now what you're going to do is tally up your falses. So take a minute, take a look how many falses you had, and add that number up, and we're going to review your results. Okay, so here we go. If you answered false to more than 4 of the statements, chances are you are probably sugar sensitive. You are probably allergic to sugar and also addicted to it, the same way an alcoholic is addicted to alcohol. Interestingly enough, the mechanism is the same. It's just the item of choice is different. Alcohol is just sugar in liquid form that has been fermented, but the same mechanism causes the same situation. This means you crave sugar. You have withdrawal symptoms when you don't get it and probably feel better for a short time after you've eaten it. In eating the sugar, you do feel better, but you are actually making your condition worse. So I'm not here to invalidate you and say you're a raging alcoholic or that you're an addict. What I'm saying is that the biochemical mechanism in the body falls into the same category, that this is a food item that is out of your control, that it actually makes you crave it or want it when you actually don't want to be eating it. This is no different than what the alcoholic runs into. For the most part, the alcoholic does not want to be an alcoholic. It's because of the same biochemical mechanism in the brain that it takes over and makes you crave and want and go and get the particular item that you actually know is bad for you. So it's not a matter of, you already know sugar is bad. That's not the issue here. The thing to do about it is educate yourself. There are over 140 reasons why sugar is bad. I have found that an educated patient actually does better than someone who just takes my, recommendations blindly. So you all know sugar is bad. You all know you shouldn't eat it. But guess what? You eat it anyway. And that is because there are some things that you don't understand nor ever learned or anybody ever gave you on what's really going on biochemically in the body. If you understood the vitamin and mineral deficiencies that sugar cause, you might not eat it. If you understood the actual damage it causes to individual organs, you might not eat it. If you understood the mechanism of how it actually creates and perpetuates diseases and illnesses, then you might not eat it. But until you have that information, it's just still kind of a sugar is bad and I shouldn't do it. And how many of us are really going to keep our discipline in on such a broad general statement? Now, let me just give you an example here. Sugar is one of the key elements in the body that, unfortunately, the body has to handle first. So the ultimate goal of your body is to survive, and sugar is probably the thing that makes it survive the least. So how this works in the body is, let's say, for example, is you take a mineral supplement and you're worried about your calcium levels, so you're taking some form of calcium. Well, the way this works in the body is that if you had sugar and you took your calcium supplement, unfortunately, the body can't handle both at the same time. It has to pick one. And in the way this body was designed, guess which one it has to handle first? The sugar. So you had some sugar, you took your calcium supplement, and the body's like, oh, well, we have to take care of that, but okay, let's put the calcium over to the side and we'll handle that in a little while. Let's get rid of the sugar first. So your body metabolizes the sugar, and then it's like, okay, calcium's turn. But what do? You go and you have more sugar. And again, the body's like, oh, well, we were going to go use this calcium, but we got more sugar. All right, well, put the calcium over here, and then let's get this sugar out of the way. Once it does that, then it's time for the calcium. So just about the time the calcium's turn comes about again, you go and you have a cup of coffee or a soft drink with sugar. And the body's like, oh, we have this other, okay, well, let's put the calcium over here. So you never actually get to use the calcium, and or the calcium's nutritional energy and level has expired. So the body's like, oh, this is now old calcium. Well, let's just excrete that out via the bowels and the bladder. So you never even got to use the calcium, and on top of it, your body didn't get to absorb and or just put it in storage for later because it had this constant sugar coming in that was kind of a predisposing factor and an interference to ever getting to the real item. The same is true for pain and inflammation, for hot flashes, for headaches. If the body's like, oh, let's go handle the health situation. Let's go give extra circulation and nutrition and energy to the headache, to the hormones, to the thyroid, to the pain, to the joints. But you eat sugar, the body's like, oh, okay, well, we'll go fix that stuff later. Let's handle the sugar. It's like, oh, well, we'll get to the no, we won't get to the hot flashes. Okay, we got to handle the sugar first. So you could see there's this constant conflict between health and symptom that is being directly caused by the sugar. So I hope that helps at least a little bit with your basic understanding of sugar. Again, there's a lot more to know. There's over 140 different research items on really understanding what sugar does to a body. If you would like a copy of that, either call, email, or text, and we can get that out to you, of the 140 reasons on how and why sugar is ruining your health. Thanks for taking our quiz, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.